Before the storm, there was laughter. Before betrayal, there was love. Sweet, loud, Lagos-style love. Welcome to Tales by Steph, a home of interesting African stories. BC was the kind of woman that made men lose focus on traffic lights. A tall, caramel-skinned beauty with the confidence of a lioness and the charm of a movie star. She worked as a marketing executive at a tech firm in Victoria Island, where she sold ideas with her smile and closed million-naira deals with her voice. Everyone called her Madam Packaging because she never stepped out looking less than perfect. Heels clicking, perfume expensive, and words sharper than razor blades. And then came Kunle. Kunle wasn't the regular Lagos big boy. He was the quiet type who spoke softly but signed checks that made noise. A brilliant tech entrepreneur in his early 30s, known for turning small startups into gold mines. He wore simplicity like a uniform, white shirts, wristwatch, neat beard, but his calm eyes carried a fire that only few women could resist. When Kunle and Bisi met at a business conference in Eco Hotels, it felt like the world paused for 2 seconds. She was pitching to investors, and he was one of them. Her confidence drew him in. His quiet charm trapped her. After the event, he waited at the hotel bar just to see her again. "Miss Presenter," he had said, smiling. "Mr. Silent Investor," she replied. And that was it. The chemistry between them was instant, like Lagos traffic and horn, chaos but necessary. They became inseparable. Weekends at the beach, late-night shawarma runs in Lekki, secret kisses in office elevators, and long phone calls till dawn. Everyone thought they were the next power couple, beauty and brains. Bisi used to say, "Kunle, if love was a company, we'd be its CEO." He'd laugh and reply, "Then let's keep our business private." And she did. For 2 years, she kept their affair out of gossip blogs, out of her friends' mouths, and off social media. She believed she was his only one. Until one random Sunday afternoon, her phone buzzed with a message that turned her world upside down. "Congratulations to Kunle and his new wife Ijoma. Beautiful wedding in Abuja yesterday." Her heart stopped. She scrolled down and saw the photos. Kunle in a sleek agbada, smiling beside a glowing bride. Ijoma, simple, calm, the complete opposite of her. Bisi sat in her office that day, lipstick trembling, laughter turning bitter. "So this is how he plays," she muttered. That night she poured herself a glass of red wine and stared at her reflection. "If he thinks he can use me and walk away," she whispered, "he doesn't know Lagos women. I'll show him love isn't the only thing I can sell." And from that night, everything changed. What began as a romance became a plan. What started as love slowly turned into war, because when a Lagos woman feels betrayed, her silence is not peace, it's strategy. That was the beginning of Bisi's revenge, and soon the whole of Lekki would hear her name. One early morning, Lagos woke up loud. Horns, hawkers, hot sun. Kunle rolled out of his big bed in Lekki, looked into the mirror and smiled. He was a big man in tech, good house, good cars, a calm wife, Ijoma, and a secret problem, Bisi. That morning, Ijoma fried plantain and eggs. "Sweetheart, don't forget Tunde's wedding on Saturday," she said. Kunle nodded, but his eyes kept jumping to his buzzing second phone on the shelf. "Unknown number. Call me. Urgent." At the office in Victoria Island, the lift door closed. Bisi slid in like perfume. Tall, sharp dress, eyes that could sell rain in dry season. "Boss, we need to talk," she whispered. "Not here," he said, chest tight. She smiled, small and dangerous. Then tonight. News hit the family group chat by afternoon. Auntie Kemi. "Ijoma, I heard one strange thing, oh. Somebody is planning to scatter your home, Ijoma." "Who?" Silence. Blue ticks, no reply. Ijeoma stood at her kitchen window watching the street. Kiki horns, children running. Her heart beat slowly, then fast. She prayed a short prayer. God, keep my house. Evening came. Traffic held Lagos like handcuffs. At a small rooftop lounge in Ikoyi, Bisi sat with dark glasses and a brighter smile. Kunle arrived late, sweating. "Why here?" he asked. "Because the city can hear secrets," she said, tapping the table. "And I have one." She opened her bag, removed a white file. Inside, photos, Kunle and Bisi at Echo Hotel lobby, Kunle buying a gold necklace, Kunle hugging her near a car. His mouth went dry. "Where did you get these?" "I took them," she said. "But wait, see this." She placed a second envelope on the table. It was heavier. Back in Lekki, Ijeoma heard a knock at the door. A slender woman in Ankara stood there, eyes red like she had not slept. "My name is Sad," the woman said. "I sell food near your husband's office. Please, don't be angry." Ijeoma gripped the doorframe. "Talk to me." Sade passed a small brown envelope. "A lady came to my shop. She said, 'Give this to you. Tell her the crown is falling.'" Ijeoma opened it. A tiny key, a note, locker 27. Yaba. On the rooftop, Kunle opened the heavier envelope with shaking hands. Inside, a printed marriage petition with his name and Bisi's name, dated 2 months from now, and a draft story for blogs. Beloved wife caught stealing. Husband files for separation. Kunle's breath broke. Stealing? Ijeoma would never. Bisi leaned in, voice soft like silk and knives. "If you make me number one, your life will be sweet. If not, Lagos will hear a new song." She stood to leave, dropped a flash drive on the table, and whispered, "Proof is power." "Choose." Kunle stared at the city lights. His phones buzzed together. Ijeoma's message arrived. "Meet me at Yaba tomorrow. Locker 27. Come alone." Traffic roared below. The night held its breath, and Lagos, the city of eyes and ears, smiled like it knew the next scene would burn. The next morning, Lagos wore its usual madness like perfume. Danfo buses roared, hawkers shouted, and the air smelled of fried akara and exhaust. Kunle didn't hear any of it. His mind was louder. He drove to Yaba, sweat running down his neck even though the AC was on. His hands shook slightly as he clutched the tiny key Ijeoma had sent. Locker 27. His heart thumped like talking drums. Inside the quiet storage building, he met an old man at the counter. "Good morning, sir," the man said lazily. "Locker number?" Kunle cleared his throat. 27. "Ah, that one way the fine madam keep?" the old man asked, squinting. Kunle froze. "You know her?" The man chuckled. "Everybody knows trouble when a fine." He led Kunle down a narrow corridor smelling of dust and secrets. The locker creaked open. Inside was a single flash drive and a folded paper. Kunle opened the note. "If you want to save Ijeoma, play this first." His throat went dry. He pocketed it and left quickly, feeling unseen eyes on him. Back home, Ijeoma sat in the living room, staring at her phone. Her mother had called twice, but she couldn't answer. She replayed the scene with Sade in her head over and over. The crown is falling. What did it mean? She picked up her phone and texted Kunle. "Did you find it?" No reply. Then, doorbell. She opened the door and froze. Bisi stood there, in broad daylight, wearing a white jumpsuit and a smile sharp enough to cut glass. "Good afternoon, Mrs. Kunle," she said sweetly. Ijeoma blinked. What are you doing here?" "Oh, I just came to introduce myself properly," Bisi said, stepping inside uninvited, "since I'll soon be part of the family." Ijeoma's voice trembled. "What are you talking about?" BC dropped her designer purse on the sofa and crossed her legs. Your husband promised me a lot, but now he's pretending. So I decided to upgrade the plan. Ijoma's chest tightened. What plan? BC leaned closer, eyes glittering. To remove the queen and crown the real one. Ijoma slapped her. The sound echoed through the house. BC didn't flinch, she smiled. You just made this more interesting. She stood up, adjusted her hair, and whispered, Check your husband's second phone before you sleep. You'll understand everything. Then she walked out like a model, leaving the runway. That night, Kunle finally reached home. His eyes looked tired. Ijoma sat by the dining table with the second phone in her hand. Is this the phone she meant? She asked quietly. Kunle didn't answer. Ijoma unlocked it. Dozens of messages popped up from BC. One read, Once she's arrested for fraud, we can finally travel. Ijoma dropped the phone, trembling. Fraud? Me? Kunle, what is this? Kunle sank into a chair. I don't know, but I think she's trying to destroy us both. Ijoma's eyes widened. You think? He pulled out the flash drive. There's a video. I haven't played it. They plugged it into the laptop. The screen flickered, then showed BC sitting in her office, talking to someone off camera. She doesn't even know I've cloned his company account, BC said, laughing. By the time the police come for her, she'll think her husband set her up. Ijoma covered her mouth in shock. Kunle's phone buzzed again. A message from an unknown number. You have 24 hours to choose. The throne can't have two queens. Outside, thunder rolled over Lekki. Inside, Ijoma whispered, Kunle, you've brought a serpent into our home. The next morning, Lagos skies were dark and heavy. It looked like rain or trouble. Kunle couldn't sleep. Ijoma hadn't spoken to him all night. She just sat by the window, silent, watching the streetlights blink. He finally stood. I'll fix this, he said. Ijoma didn't look up. Then fix it before she finishes us. He drove straight to the office in Victoria Island. Security men greeted him with fake smiles. Whispers followed him into the lift. Word had spread. In his office, the atmosphere was thick. His assistant, Chika, leaned close and whispered, Oga, EFCC people came this morning. They said something about a company account transfer to a personal name, BC's name. Kunle's heart slammed. What? Chika nodded. And she's on leave today. Nobody knows where she is, Kunle grabbed his car keys. If she wants war, she'll see it. By evening, he tracked her down. She was at a private lounge in Banana Island, the same one where they used to sneak around months ago. The place smelled of money, perfume, and danger. Kunle marched in, jaw tight. BC sat in a VIP corner, sipping red wine like a queen who already won the battle. Kunle, she said, smiling, you came. He slammed the flash drive on the table. Game over. I know everything, BC leaned back, amused. You think you've won? I'm taking this to the police, Kunle said. Then go ahead, she replied calmly. But before you do, check your account. Kunle froze. He pulled out his phone, notifications everywhere. 85 million naira transferred from his company account into his personal one. BC smirked. And the evidence says you did it. I told you, baby, the city listens. Kunle's voice cracked. You set me up? She stood, her tone cold. You used me like a secret, Kunle. I turned myself into a storm. She stepped closer, eyes burning. By tomorrow, your company collapses. And your wife? She'll think you planned it all. In anger, Kunle slammed the table. You're evil, BC laughed. No, I'm a master planner. I play smart. As she turned to leave, a man appeared behind her. Plain clothes, calm voice. Madam BC, EFCC, you're under arrest. BC froze mid-step. What? Ijoma walked in from behind the officers, holding her phone. I told you, the queen still wears her crown. Bissie's face twisted. You? Yes, Ijoma said coldly. You forgot I'm an IT analyst. I traced your transactions. You left digital fingerprints everywhere. The officers handcuffed Bissie. She laughed bitterly. You think this ends with me? You have no idea who I work for? Ijoma raised an eyebrow. Then we'll meet them too. As they dragged Bissie away, thunder cracked across the sky. Kunle turned to Ijoma, eyes soft. I'm sorry, he said. Ijoma sighed. You should be. You almost lost everything, including me. She turned to leave. Clean up your mess, Kunle. Love doesn't survive lies. Outside, the first drops of rain hit the streets of Banana Island, washing away perfume and pretense. But in the air, Bissie's last words lingered like a warning. This is not over. The real queen never falls alone. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment for more unique stories.